Carlos.
George, Will sitting around smoking all the weed, acting like clowns. We got all the alcohol and all the blunts, and then we'll go sit around chit chat like some fucking cunts. Either way, what can I say? It's the middle of the day and we're just a little slosh and we're just a little high, but either way, we are the three buddy system guys.
You have to do it in a New York accent.
Yeah, you have to
Welcome everybody to the Buddycast system.
What is 1960s?
Did I look it up?
Dude, I don't even know how it sounds as a New Yorker.
I go straight to...
Hey, welcome everyone to the fucking podcast. We're going to get started here. It's George Ferido, Carlos Patino, and me and William Henderson. Fucking Yankees playing the Mets this evening, and if you care about basketball, the Knicks are playing too.
Who's Nick?
Yeah, you know, old Nick down there by the docks in the harbor.
Hey, I don't need an intro. We just
You have to soften the R's and like make the A. Yeah, get in the car.
Yeah. But it's close to Boston, but it's not
Carlos
quite.
Patino.
Boston.
It's close to Boston, but
It's
it's
an
not.
East Coast
It's not. It's not. Nah, I don't know. I can't do
Yo,
it.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Do you think you still have a Michigan accent?
Yeah, when I say fire, apparently.
Fire?
Yeah, fire tire.
Fire.
Fire, tire, wire.
Yeah.
You just kind of sound like you're from Canada.
Sire.
Yeah.
You're rhyming words that shouldn't rhyme together.
Yeah. Flyer. My girl is like, it's because you don't open your mouth and you're lazy. I'm like, yeah. It's because I don't want to.
Wow, she's calling you fat, dude.
Yeah.
Stop it. Don't let her do that.
No, it's just we don't want to expend more energy than we have to.
In Michigan?
Yeah, it's just,
The cold, they got to
why?
keep it all to themselves.
6 months a year. It's cold. Get fire. It's just, you know, fire. Get fire.
It's cold. Why?
Get fire.
Did you ever do ice fishing?
No, but I mean, people
Just
do.
his ex-girlfriends. What?
What?
No.
People definitely did. I had friends that did. Yeah.
I think it's a pretty cool.
I wasn't really like an outdoorsman.
Got it.
Oh, you play sports. That is outdoorsy.
No, that's jockey. That's different.
Yeah, they only go outside for their sport. They're
Yeah,
not like
for
going
the
out for a
event.
hike or
To
anything
practice
like
or to train or to play. That's yeah.
Huh.
Fuck a hike, dude.
No.
I mean, I'll do it, but it's not how I like to spend my Saturday mornings.
I like a good hike,
A
dude.
hike?
Yeah.
How do you
Sounds
feel about it?
awful. That sounds like an awful idea.
that. It's the one thing I miss doing the most.
Hiking?
Yeah. I used to be nuts.
Man.
Like I've done Half Dome. I've done part of Whitney.
I hate it so
I used
much.
to do
mean
Baldy
anything to me.
twice
I
a year.
hate it so much that I feel like the one and only time that I would go, I would get bit by a snake.
It's because you haven't gone on a cool hike.
But I don't believe there's such a thing.
There is. If you guys are down
Nah.
when water chills out a little bit, have you guys heard of the bridge
It's called
to nowhere?
ice.
The
Where's
bridge
that
to
at?
nowhere?
It's in the like the San Gabriel Mountains. It's like right off of the 210 in Azusa. But it's cool. It's a flat hike, so it's not very hard, but it is 10 miles total, so it's 5 miles in.
What?
It's flat, though, and it's beautiful. The whole time you're crossing, like, a river and a creek, and you end up at a bridge that they were trying to build to connect L.A. to, like, Lancaster, the desert area for bombs. But it kept on getting washed out by the rain. So now it's the bridge to nowhere, and people bungee jump off of it.
Oh fuck!
No,
Yeah, so you can
10 miles in?
it's 5 miles in and then
all
5
right.
back.
That's
But
not
it's
so bad.
beautiful and it's flat. Like that's the part that I always want to tell people. Like it's not like there's only a little bit of incline, and it's
Now
nothing.
you're backtracking.
It's
No,
maybe
it's just a bit, you know.
it's maybe 100
We
feet
need
of
a li-
incline,
We just need
and then you go straight down to the.
we just
bridge.
need a little bit of climbing gear, just a little
Yeah.
bit, you know.
Yeah.
We need an axe and a hook. We could free solo it.
You can do 7 pull-ups,
Yeah.
right? You'll be fine.
I did the bungee jumping when I was in college. That shit was so fucking scary. I'll never do it.
You did
again.
bungee jumping?
Yeah.
I would never
Wow.
do
There?
bungee
I'll
jumping.
never do it again.
I'll
would-
skydive, but I'm
I'll
not. I'm
skydive,
not
yeah.
doing rubber bands. Fuck
I'm the
that.
same. I'm the same
They
way.
make you feel really safe. They're like, one of these is meant to hold 6 tons, and we have 6 of
They
them.
bring out
So
a
if
fat
one
girl.
fails, they do.
If they bring out a fat girl every time, I'll do it. But she has to be.
What
there.
if she puts the wear and tear on the bungees?
I'm not gonna do it after her, but just I need to see
Yeah.
that she did it. You know, like this is Bertha.
Are we going?
Yeah.
Oh, I know I've told the
Wait, you're
story.
rolling?
Yeah.
Oh,
I told
we're
the
all
story.
talking about
I know.
sports and hiking.
I told the story on here about being a mascot, and I know we talked about it on your podcast too, Medium podcast.
Hey,
If you're curious,
Carlos, how was your episode? How
and
was your episode of the podcast?
Which one?
The Medium podcast.
It was good. Yeah.
what are we talking? Are we really going? This is the podcast.
It is
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. It was a good episode.
I had a good time. I think but all three of you guys had great episodes on the Medium podcast. On Medium, I need to stop saying the.
Just
It
Medium.
was confusing when I was trying to like promo for it. I was like, is it Medium? The Medium?
No.
Because it's like a Boondoggle. Is it the Boondoggle? Is it Boondoggle? Is it the Mike James podcast? Like, what is it? What is it called?
Yeah.
Just Medium. Capital M?
All capital Medium. Podcast lowercase. Is this seriously the podcast?
Yeah. Why?
It is
What's the
now.
problem?
You're the guest. We
What's
have
the
to
problem?
ask a question.
But I told the
Are
story.
we not having a conversation that someone is listening to currently right now?
I was trying.
You don't have to. If you want to, I guess.
We were talking about hiking.
Anyway, I was telling. All right.
I'm sorry. Go,
Nope,
go,
nope.
You didn't have to
I
try.
tried 3 times. I struck out. I'm over it, dude. I'm over it.
It's trauma for him. When people don't listen, he can't do it.
It's actually true.
I'm the same way. I'm really sorry. I apologize.
It's all right. I forgive you.
Thanks.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it.
So
I had to tell me that.
it's been a fucking busy couple weeks, dude. Trump got shot at. Biden stepped
Yep.
down. SpongeBob is autistic, and Carlos went to New York.
I
So
went to New York.
Did they confirm that about SpongeBob?
here's the thing. All right, let's get into it. All right.
Do it in a SpongeBob voice.
I don't think I can do that. I'm ready. That's pretty good. No.
Just nasally.
So the voice actor, I think he was like at a con, probably like San Diego Comic-Con is maybe going on right now. He was asked like in a panel if SpongeBob is autistic. And he was like, yes, of course he is. It's his superpower. Or however the guy sounds, which I
That was
imagine is-
better.
Thank you.
That was better.
All right, we're getting
way
good.
off.
We're getting really good.
That isn't what he sounds like when
That's
he
how
laughs.
you eat pussy, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of the same muscle group for sure.
There we go.
So yeah, but when I first saw it, I think it was on WorldStar, and I commented, not a superpower.
Just a statistic.
Yeah, but it's also I don't know.
Did
It's
you,
just
read,
such
did
a
you read
weird.
the article? What did he?
Didn't
was there
need
more
to.
context to that?
Don't want to.
It's his superpower. Like being
Autism
fat.
is a superpower?
That's what he said.
No, it's toxic positivity. That's a problem.
That's exactly what it is.
What is SpongeBob
Yeah.
if not toxic positivity?
Gay.
It's a kids
yeah,
show.
right? No, I know.
He doesn't have any diagnoses. He's just a sponge that lives under the sea.
Yeah, he's the one that doesn't fit in the
How-
whole show. He's the only one. Even the fucking squirrel with a helmet fits, but the sponge down there, you're like, this dude's off his rocker. Like he does not. No.
What are you
There's a
talking
living
about?
starfish. There's a
Yeah?
squid. There's a crab. They all supposed to live under the water. Even the squirrel
Yeah?
who isn't supposed to live under the water
Yeah?
has a helmet.
Yeah?
Fits. Works. A dish supply doesn't belong.
That's not what he is.
Yes,
though.
he is.
He's a sea
square.
sponge.
No, he's not. There is
Come
no
on,
square
dog.
species. Dude, Patrick is not a square fish. He's a starfish.
Yeah,
That is-
and starfish don't walk on their fucking 2 feet either.
But in the world where you live under the sea and you're a sea animal, everything fits except SpongeBob.
He
That's why
wants
I
him
hate
to
it.
be like a
No,
weird,
I disagree with that
odd-shaped
entirely.
sponge, but pre-cut. He wants him not to be a cut-up squared sponge.
Yeah, a square sponge is a dish supply.
And he's
but
yellow.
he's SpongeBob SquarePants. It wouldn't fucking make sense if it wasn't square.
But that presupposes his pants came before him, and that's also I
no,
disagree.
No.
Yes.
You see, it doesn't take much to piss him off.
It's
You know, what if somebody had a sponge that they loved so much and they were like, okay, I can't use this anymore. The best way to dispose of it is to send it back home, and they threw it in the ocean, and boom, SpongeBob.
It's
But
still not alive.
He has parents, and they're not squared. They're
fish.
Yeah, no,
Aren't they?
No, his parents are sponges as well.
They're
but
mushy?
They look more like potatoes.
I don't remember
it's
what they
because
look
they're
like.
50 sponges and those had a different shape.
Yeah.
How is New York, Carlos?
Huh?
Oh,
Let's
look at
let's
this.
Oh,
let's make podcast.
What are we on? Medium podcast
Man,
right now?
I like the
Jeez.
SpongeBob
Yeah.
is autistic.
Hold on, let me
I mean,
pop-
I just want an example of him being autistic. I mean, besides failing the driving test badly, that's just anxiety. That's not autism.
They probably are just saying that because of like his over exertion, like socially, like not understanding people kind of think he's annoying. And he does one
He's
thing
held
really
down.
good.
He's held down a job.
Yeah, like, but he like really knows how to make Krabby Patties. Like the same way like
Yeah.
some people really like trains.
But he also goes jellyfishing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a pet that he takes care of and doesn't kill by accident.
Yeah, Gary the
Doesn't
snail.
just squeeze it. to death.
Yeah, exactly. Just crack its shell under pressure. Like,
Gary's gone.
from what I saw, his house is relatively clean. I mean, all signs point to no. That's all I'm saying.
You would know the best.
Mm-hmm.
You
I am
you work
professional.
with for real. Yeah, behavior stuff.
It's just the majority.
Stuff.
It's fine if you want to be like he's autistic, but don't say it's a superpower. That's really when it made me mad, because it's like I understand that people have this perception of like the savant autistic person, but it's like that's such a small percentage of
Yeah.
them, and even those people aren't always like fully functional on their own.
And they definitely didn't depict SpongeBob like that. By no means
No.
was he like a
He
super
did
genius
stand-up
sponge. Yeah.
comedy.
Oh,
Did
he's autistic.
He's super autistic. Never mind. I take it back. But he had a remorse when he realized he was Sandy felt bad, and like how when she was like making fun of him, and he was like, oh, that doesn't feel good.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like, he has.
You really remember some of the plot lines from
I watched a
SpongeBob
lot of
SquarePants?
SpongeBob.
He's autistic. That's
He delivered pizza, crusty Krab pizzas for you and me. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Thank you. That's a great
Krusty
episode.
Krab pizza
Is the pizza
for
for you and me? Yeah,
Yeah, come on now. That was
Yeah,
a great
dude.
episode. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I remember that shit. Okay, since you brought it up, you did mention Trump got shot. You mentioned Joe Biden dropped out. I see a rumor circulating. People think Joe Biden is dead. What's your hot take?
No, I don't think he got COVID at all. I think he just enough people were like, dude, you can't win this.
Well, no, because he hasn't been on camera yet since announcing that he's dropping out.
They took to their point. They took a picture of him entering the White House for the first time since getting COVID, and he was walking in, buttoning up his jacket like he was fucking Obama, just looking fly. I'm like, that is not how President Biden walks into the White House. I feel like he's just like one by one, maybe a walker nearby, like with
Gliding.
tennis balls on the bottom.
So why wouldn't they admit that he's dead?
I don't know.
That doesn't.
I just think it's a funny. I saw it online
Yeah.
that Lauren Bobart, or however you say her
Yeah.
name, that she's demanding that Joe Biden prove he's alive.
That's
And
the
I'm like,
sa-
this is a really funny little conspiracy
cool.
theory
Is that
going
the
on.
same lady that got caught in the movies jerking off her man?
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, what a slut. Yeah.
That's a keeper.
I'm voting for her.
That's an American hero.
Uh,
What movie were they watching? That's the important thing.
Moana.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
You know why? Because
Imagine.
that spells moan.
I want to hear about New York though, for realsies.
Oh,
We'll get there.
We keep bringing up other shit.
You wouldn't let me tell my story earlier. I'm gonna postpone whatever you want to do now.
Okay. All right. You guys drive the boat then. All right.
She always has to drive.
Gets her own
No, I
podcast.
don't.
Gets her own podcast. Just thinks she can steer every podcast she's on.
Do we got a clip?
And this is why your guys' podcasts. I'm just kidding.
Oh, there was something there.
What she really thinks.
Gets less views than hers.
We'll talk in 5 years when we're
I just
still
wanted
doing
to
this.
chat. I wanted to chat. I didn't even know we
We
were
are
going.
chatting.
I know, but I want to chat about New York. It's
We
my first
will. Hey Carlos, how's New York, man?
fucking asshole.
No, I'll open a clip. I got you.
It was cool. It was cool. I mean, like,
This is why we don't ask him things.
I-
See his answer? You see his answer.
I was in the middle of answering. He didn't.
Carlos
they
is
don't-
more autistic than
It
SpongeBob.
was cool. Yeah, it was just a lot of walking, dude. Like I walked like
That is the number one note of New York City for sure.
the first 4 days, like I think I walked like 40 miles or some shit, and I'm like,
Whoa.
fuck, man. And it was humid, when I went, so it
Chafing.
was chafing. I
Yeah.
wore the wrong underwear one day.
Yep.
It was a really big mistake. It was on the last day though, so I
Were you
just
wearing
don't
like
catch.
shorts and stuff at least, or were
At
you
the
walking
end-
around in
the
jeans?
The last day I wore shorts.
Was it
Yeah.
hot or
Yeah.
was it moderate?
What?
The temperature.
It was hot too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like 97 and humid.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's dude. When I went
You're
to New York,
swimming, dude.
yeah. When
When
I went to New
That's
York,
tough.
it was about the same
Yeah.
weather, and that's why I hated New York. I was
day
like,
it
this
rained.
sucks.
It rained one day.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
why I felt nice though.
And no, it didn't.
Oh, all right.
Because it didn't rain enough to cool you down. It rained
humid.
and then it just now you can't breathe.
Everything was wet, and then you had to find shelter really
Yeah.
quick. Yeah, that's what happened to me when I was in New York.
Mm-hmm.
We're walking down the street, and then all of a sudden, rain, and yeah, it was cool.
Damn.
Tell us
And
about
then-
the comedy though.
and then
That's
one-
what I want to hear about.
One thing that that I did notice, because I did go to like a couple spots. I only got up twice, unfortunately, but like
Just because of like sign up shit.
very like similar to over here, except they try to hit punchlines all the time. But
Tell jokes.
you know, they're trying to tell more jokes, but if they don't land, dude, the quality is about what it is over here.
Yeah.
You know, I did do good over there when I did go up, so at least I know my shit works out there.
That's awesome.
And then one thing that I can't stress enough, that I'm proud of myself for doing,
Not cheating on your wife.
is knowing how to. Well, yeah, there's that too, but there's a second thing that I'm proud of is that I know how to be new somewhere else. Look, I've been doing stand up for almost 6 years now, and like I know how to like hang out here because this is home base.
Yeah.
You know, I know I could talk a little shit and, you know, hold court every now and then.
Yeah.
But over there, it's like, no, you're the guest here. You shut the fuck up. Unless they talk to you, dude, like, then don't say anything. Don't be annoying. You know? And that's the biggest problem with, like, new comics, I think, everywhere. And I just didn't want to be that.
Yeah.
And then everyone thought I was cool, which is really hard for people to think about, about me, you know, that I'm cool. So,
Yeah, dude, there was a comic at Brooks last week that was just like chatting everybody up.
Yeah, I had to
And-
exit 4 separate occasions.
It was
I
a
think
lot.
we get too stoned. I was like, I'm running out of things to leave and do.
Yeah,
What,
harmless, but
What do they not like they? What
No,
what does he bring up? What do they bring up?
no, they
Not-
try to
nothing and everything at the same
they try
time.
to join what you're already talking about.
they just try to insert themselves in, and they try to make a joke of at the rate thing, and
Yeah.
like it's just like, dude,
I don't want to brag, but I never did that.
yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
I minded my own
That's why you're
business and
here.
I sat with my girlfriend. It was easy.
Isn't
Yeah,
that,
but some of these guys don't have girlfriends. That one did. That one did though. I don't understand.
But isn't that better though? Like, wouldn't you rather do that? Just sit there and chill, wait your turn, and then go.
It's nice to observe an environment,
Yeah.
I think, before you like immerse yourself into
Why are you
it.
trying to make friends right away, dude? Like nobody. Dude, that shit's so annoying.
and they're always like, yeah, dude, this is great. Like I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here, dude, every week. Guess what? Wasn't there last night.
Yeah.
Like,
Seeing that,
it's like,
I don't know, man, because I've gotten close to some people where I'm like, oh, cool, they're doing, and then they quit. And I'm like, why did I even bother being cool with you fags?
Do people quit? Do people quit often? Because since I've started, I don't think I've seen anybody like quit.
it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
We have way too many signups.
Yeah.
It's
Since you started, I can think of a good amount that have quit.
Really?
I think you just don't notice because you're too busy doing it. But you know, like
leaving
like
early, as you just said.
leaving early, or like
We're not being there at
yeah,
all.
we didn't see you. You went to you know Evans last night, and so you don't get to see the consistency of people. And when you show up, you assume they're also showing up, but
Yeah.
they're not. You know, they're also showing up that day, but we didn't see them for weeks. So once you hit that point, in my opinion, you've quit.
Yeah.
Just because like there's a sharpness to being consistent about it, and you lose that in I would say a week. You know, 2 weeks for sure.
And there's
That's
no
gone.
better way to practice than getting up.
Yeah,
That's one
but
thing
you
for
gotta
sure.
love getting up. You know,
Yeah.
that's the thing you gotta enjoy doing, not the attention that it gets you. And that's why those early comics, they don't work because they want the attention. That's what they want. It's like, but okay, show us you can do the thing, then you can get your attention because this is still a job.
I hate everything around being on stage. I love being on stage. It's my favorite, most fun thing in the world, but everything in between, I hate a lot of it.
As far as like writing and stuff like that, you don't like it, or like
I'm bad at it, so
Really?
I'm actually decent. I'm just bad at doing it. But no, that I guess I include like because it's just like me doing like focusing on my comedy. Like I don't like networking, which is a bad thing to not like to do. But it's like
the same.
I don't like talking to people. Like I'm an introvert. Like I don't like talking to people. I don't want to do small talk
I
with
get it.
people. How was your day? I don't fucking care. I don't want to tell you about my day. Like
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of faith in you to put, you know what I'm saying? Like that's stuff that I tell like people that I know care about me.
Yeah.
I don't just divulge my emotions to some person. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
Such a boy.
And then if you keep it shallow, you know, they're just going to throw that information out the second you walk away anyways. You know what I mean? Even if you're just like, yeah, I'm doing okay. Work was okay. They're
And a
gonna-
lot of people
Yeah.
are also waiting for you to stop talking so they could talk. They don't want to listen. They want you to hear them. They want you to
ask me.
They want you to hear them because they want to be like, oh, see, he thinks I'm funny because I'm, like, how were people so bad at hanging out, man? I don't get it. I don't understand why you can't just hang out there, and if you have something funny to say, then maybe say it, or why don't you just listen and shut the fuck up? I don't know. Like how could you just be so bad at hanging out, dude? Like, it's like the easiest thing you could possibly do.
Because some people, I feel like probably they're the funny one in their group, so they think they have something valuable to contribute. You know what I mean?
That's the thing that sucks when you bring everyone who's funny in their group together.
Yeah.
Because like now it's like, okay, are we just talking or are we battle rapping right now, battle joking or what? Who one's up the other one with a joke? Like, just stop.
Sometimes it's fun. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like doing bits with your friends, it's fun.
Sometimes it happens
For sure.
naturally. It happens naturally, and that's the way it's supposed to be. Don't fucking joke rape me.
But like, I don't know.
Let me consent to your punchlines first.
Going back to the like funniest person in the group, like I was never the quote unquote funniest person in my group, like ever. Like anytime like somebody from back home finds out I'm doing stand up, it's like, really? Like that's always the response.
Mm-hmm.
It's never like that makes sense. Like
Really?
never ever. I never get that response. So like I don't know, there's like if you're the funny person in the group, you could probably do it, but it's a different thing. Like you have to it's a different like internal thing.
Sometimes
You know what I
their
mean?
friends are stupid and will laugh at anything.
That too.
You know,
That's
so
real
they think that they're funny because their friends laugh at everything. But
Yeah.
their friends are retarded.
Yeah, it's like, and it's easy to do like inside jokes with people you've known for 15 years.
That's the part a lot of people don't get. It's
Yeah.
like when you have a thing, when you guys have memories together, it's easy to reference something that's going to make everybody laugh because, hey, we were all there, you know?
And it's like, so you have that muscle, you know how it works. You just have to do it in a shorter time period about obscure stuff so other people can relate. That's real.
So-
That's all stand-up comedy is.
So I know the only thing that was like from the New York trip is like, okay, I'm funny out here too, and then I know how to be new.
Way to bring it back.
You know, I know how to be new, and then on the way back, my plane got delayed so much, and I was ready to come home. Like I was like, I think the last 2 days I almost cried because I was like, I miss my family. Like I can't fucking do this shit.
You miss your wife, you miss
Yeah.
your daughter.
Yeah,
I get it.
I know it's lame, but you know,
No, it's not.
he thinks it's lame.
Yeah, but
I don't think it's lame. It's,
he wouldn't
you're
admit
gonna,
it.
You're gonna have to get used to it.
I
if you're
know,
gonna
I
do
know,
it.
I know.
Do the
I mean,
road,
as soon as I left, I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
just wait till your
You
daughter
know?
gets like older
Yeah,
and she's like
yeah.
bitchy and,
And then-
stuff.
and then, like,
Wait till you're sick of her for every
Dude,
couple
Yeah.
dude, it was like what like day two,
starts having her
day
period.
two. Like I FaceTime my wife and my daughter, and my daughter goes,
just break it down.
No, my-
Snot coming out of your nose.
my daughter goes, no, I never cried in front of them, like on
On
that week,
FaceTime?
during that
that
week,
week. Gotcha.
yeah. But I definitely cried with them like
Aw.
recently.
Oh.
Yesterday, I cried with them yesterday.
That's cute.
'Cause
Like
you
together
missed each
as a
other so
group
much?
hug.
No,
or like,
we watched Inside Out too.
oh, that'll do it.
Dude.
That'll do it.
That shit made me cry.
It's
Inside
good.
Out. I haven't seen Inside Out 2
Oh,
yet,
it's
but
good.
one, oh
It's
my
really
God,
good.
I was crying like a baby.
Dude, we
It's
watched
good.
it in 3D. It was my daughter's first time going to the movies, and then she did great. So
That's
the
dope.
whole time I was crying because of that too. Because I was like, dude, she's like,
so proud of her.
you know.
That's awesome.
But anyways, like on the way back, like my plane got delayed so much. So first, it was already initially delayed, like about 40 minutes. That turned into like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we finally and I upgraded my seat to business class. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not gonna fucking deal with that coach bullshit right now.
Nice.
Don't want to be with these poor people.
I wanna go home.
Peasants.
I know this now that I know what the plane ride is
Yeah.
because I experienced it on the way there. I was
5
like,
hours, right?
Yeah, like 5.5.
It's got to be more than that,
Yeah, it's
right?
like 5.5.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, like fucking, I'm not gonna deal with that shit going home. Like fuck that. I'll just fuck it.
Did you have a layover or was it?
No.
Did you fly to LAX?
No.
Ontario?
Ontario.
Really?
JetBlue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you get the blue potato chips? Fire.
No, I didn't get them.
Oh, what'd you
Yeah.
choose for a snack? Pretzels?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Pretzels and Tito's.
I like pretzels. I don't know.
I wouldn't pick blue fucking chips either.
They're so good. They use the blue potato, but
Gross.
they slice them real thin with like a little bit of sea salt. I love them.
Sound good.
They're good fucking chips.
Yeah.
Blue
Yeah.
potatoes sound.
Potatoes come in all types of
Rotten.
colors. They come in purple, blue, orange, yellow. Potatoes are colorful.
Give me a yellow one or a red one or get the fuck out.
Mm.
Such a Midwestern boy.
I know.
Good old fashioned. Give me steak and potatoes. Get that green off of my plate.
Yeah, fuck your greens, dude.
So we finally boarded the plane, right? And so I was in the first group. So, I was feeling good. I had extra leg room. It was perfect. I was like, all right, cool. Pop an edible in. I was like, all right, let's go. Let's go on this ride. And then we're not moving for like a good, everyone had already sat down. And then the pilot comes up. He's like, oh, we're having some maintenance issues. It shouldn't be too much longer. Cuts out. We're waiting there for another like 10, 15 minutes. He comes back on. They have to change a tire, and I'm like, motherfucker. So that took like another hour.
How can you not? It doesn't have a sensor that goes off?
That's what I was thinking.
Couldn't have had this when you landed?
My Nissan Versa has a sensor.
That's what I'm saying. So they finally change it, and it takes us like another 30 minutes to taxi to the runway. So I'm like, dude, this sucks, man. I want to go home. I'm tired of this bullshit. And at that time, I was like, I wanted to be like halfway in the air, like already, and like, already in the air,
settling into
and then,
your flight,
and then getting high. Instead, the high went away before we took off, and I was like, I fucking hate you guys. I hate all you.
Were you able to have a drink on the flight, or no?
I didn't buy one.
No. Oh, you had to buy it. Okay.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
I thought business class would have given you a free drink. You drank.
No.
Like a little
Were the
vino
seats
or
comfortable
something.
though?
Yeah, they were more. They were more comfortable, And then like just watch some movies on there. Don't watch Godzilla X Kong.
Really?
That shit's whack.
Whack as fuck.
I watched the whole goddamn thing, and that shit was awful.
You didn't like it?
Mm-mm.
Why not? Was it just too over the top
This is
action?
just stupid. If you want to watch a Godzilla movie, Godzilla -1. Okay. Watch that one.
I heard that's good.
That's a really good Godzilla movie. But aside from that shit was just god awful.
Okay.
Stupid ass movie.
So what lesson do you bring back from New York that you would impart on the people? Because may I say, you hold court pretty regularly.
Really?
Yeah. I always walk out from Brooks. I'm like, Carlos is
on his soapbox again.
There we go. Just telling people why they suck.
Hear ye.
I don't tell people why they suck.
You should.
No, sometimes we're just talking. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the right spot to. Yeah, I should tell you guys you suck. And you guys should listen, but nobody does, so it doesn't matter. But you don't have to listen.
Have you ever actually told somebody they suck?
No.
Okay.
I've never.
That's mean.
I've never told people that they sucked. I've just made
That's
it.
the best thing to tell someone.
I've thought about it.
Make it kind of clear that they're not as good as they think they are.
Yeah.
I try to get that across because that's the last thing you want is to suck.
But then they watch us suck too. So
so there's no validity.
Yeah, but we have humility. There's a difference.
No, I know when I suck.
Awareness.
Yesterday was rough as Sir Ruffington.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, we sucked.
Yeah.
They'll be like, no, it was okay.
Ugh.
You fucking liars. Stop lying.
Out there doing the damn thing,
It's not even like... It's not even fun to... It's not fun to talk about okay sets. Tell me how you bombed, bro. Yeah. That's how you can... If you want to be a new comic and talk to old comics, talk to us about bombing.
Yeah.
Don't talk about how well you did somewhere. It's shut the fuck up. One, I don't believe you.
Or how fun it was.
I don't care, dude. I don't care.
Fun. I bet it was.
It was
always fun.
I'm sure it was great. Tell me about the time you bombed. Mm-hmm. Tell me about your hardest bomb. That's a way better bonding moment than the hardest time you killed. I remember viscerally my hardest bomb. My hardest kill, I couldn't even narrow down.
I don't think many.
I don't think about. No, I just don't think about it.
Yeah, they don't stick with you that way.
Yeah, because it's that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I cried on my way home from the Irvine Improv. I bombed so hard, and that's why I always give props to. That's why I always give props to Mike James, because when he did the roast last year, he very quickly just looked at me and went Irvine Improv, and I was like,
it stung you.
It did.
You got flashbacks. No.
I remember I cried, and Chantel was just rubbing my shoulder. She's like, "Everything's okay." I'm like, "No, it's not. You don't get it."
The thing that I think I'm meant to do on this planet Earth, I sucked.
Yeah. But it's also okay.
Yeah,
it really is okay.
I got back up.
Everybody bombs.
Everyone.
Yeah. The best comic bombs.
Yeah.
Probably harder than you did.
And still to this day,
Yeah.
they should anyway.
If
they're
you're trying
trying
stuff out.
Yeah, if you're trying.
Do you guys feel like at any point early on in your comedy careers you hit a type of glass ceiling when it came to productivity or new material or anything?
That happens to me regularly, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you zoom into it, if you were to put it on a timeline, it would look like it's a glass ceiling of productivity, but if you zoom out, for me, it's a rhythm. of like
Yeah.
it comes back eventually, but it takes sometimes like a couple months.
I feel the same.
It's
Yeah.
like an
Like-
EKG machine.
Yeah. It looks like a
I'm dead.
That's summertime for me. Every
You
summer.
flatline.
My creativity is
Yeah.
flatlined.
Fuck, I suck.
I get
I might
that.
as well be dead.
Yeah,
There's
no, I'm
just
dead
one little
inside.
boop, just that keeps you going. Like
one tag.
the good old set that you did.
Keeps you alive. Yeah.
In my journal, I have 2 sets written down, and it says, "If you're having a bad day, listen to these."
Oh wow, your own sets? Oh, I'd kill myself. I don't have any.
Well,
that
it's like
I
the
would-
ones like, "Hey, remember, you're funny."
Even
You know
the
what
ones
mean?
I do well, I'm like, ugh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I'm a little
like,
bit of a narcissist. Who
My
knows?
the 30-minute video, when I went through that to like get clips to send out, I had to get my girl to be like, "Will you tell me like what's good?" And because
Yeah.
I don't.
Will you just give me a timestamp as to which one I should cut out?
Yeah, I just want to kill myself every time I listen to this.
I get the insecurity. Like I posted I just kind of like, because I wanted to see what it feels like. I posted a little, I think it was 20-second clip on YouTube of just a piece of my joke, and I animated it the way people do. I was like, I'll never fucking put this on Instagram because too many people would actually see it versus just like
Too
on
many
YouTube.
people would see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus on YouTube, I was just like, let me see what that feeling's like of
I'm just-
putting a little piece of my baby out there for people to check out. You know?
I just hate, like, I put a video on YouTube. Anytime somebody asks, like, do you have any clips I can see? I used to send it. And the response would always be like, not bad.
Yeah.
And it's like,
That's not what I wanted to hear about that.
Yeah,
You
why-
got a spot for me or not?
yeah, no, not even that. It's just like friends from Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, really, you're going to ask me for a clip and then you're not like, and you're going to just
You're not gonna
downplay it?
boast my ego.
I
You're not
mean,
gonna-
why would you do that to someone?
No, I get it. For real.
Like-
Why do you even pretend to care at that point?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Tell
So
me
it's
what
just
you
weird.
liked about it. You know, don't say
Right.
that about, oh, that joke was funny. You know,
Oh.
something that's
Yeah, they
good
go-
feedback.
Pretty good.
I had a good set yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
which I was really like happy about.
Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Oh.
I had a terrible set yesterday. I'm just kidding, Melissa. Go ahead and tell us about your great set.
I like your experience, Melissa, because I think you came at this craft with a very a specific goal. You know, like you had certain milestones that you personally wanted to reach, and you're doing it for yourself, and I think it shows because you were probably and I would have said this before our conversation, I would say you were probably the only one that had a good set. Seeing that lineup in the room and like knowing how that room feels up there, like you have to be a comic to have a good set there. And if you just do comedy, you're not going to do well up there because that's just not what the room is. So, when you said you had a good set, I wasn't shocked, but also like
Thank you.
you are so few and far between. There are more people that make William angry than are actual comics. Like it's just, and that's saying we have close to 40 signups every Thursday. That's a lot of people.
Crazy, you
I-
guys.
yeah, I would
That's been
just-
insane.
Settle the fuck down, everybody.
Like,
Jeez.
Stop
know-
telling people to do stand-up comedy.
Okay, I'll stop putting it on Reddit.
Stop signing other people up.
Every time someone posts on Reddit, like looking for something fun to do in Riverside, the first thing I do is comment, comedy night at Back to the Grind.
Oh no,
No,
that's
people.
fine.
That's cool.
People
Just
is fine.
Make sure you just don't sign up.
So I was
Don't try
actually,
to sign up.
I was thinking about that the other day because 40 signups at Back to the Grind, you guys kind of get to manipulate their time slots, and you're always out by 9, which I think is so dope because you guys have lives too. You guys want to fucking go home and live, right? Imagine that at Worthington's. What would you do? 40
kill
people at
myself.
Worthington's
probably
at 2 a.m.
Probably split hosting duties.
Yeah. Or I mean, if I'm hosting, I would just start cutting people's time. I wouldn't ask. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
trying to go home.
Okay, so at what
Yeah.
point would you be like, okay, I'm capping
That depends
signups?
on my energy.
Oh, no.
if it's
You-
at the W,
you-
1 hour. You get till 10. If it starts at 9, you had till 10. If I was running it.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, that was, that's how I feel. If you don't get to show up to something an hour late and do the thing,
Yeah.
that's
Respect it.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like there's people that were there 2 hours before you that are waiting that might go up last.
Yeah.
Why do you?
That's
get
the
to go
irony
up?
of it too,
Yeah.
isn't it? Even if you get there early.
Keeps you on your
might-
toes though. Keeps you
Yeah.
keeps it like you shouldn't. You should want to have that. You should live in that uncertainty.
Yeah.
I want to be better about because I'll oftentimes I'll hang out downstairs or I'll socialize a little bit or whatever. I want to get better at removing myself from that and trying to like turn that into productive time. Like take my laptop, take my notebook, because it feels like, you know, I should have written a little bit. Sometimes when you get up there, I'm like, fuck, I could have used that hour that I was waiting, you know, to write a little bit.
Yeah, but if you enjoy the hang,
Cool.
you know, if you have people around you that like you want to chill with, I don't think you should shy away from that either.
It's hot upstairs at Back to the Grind.
Yeah, for sure.
It's nice and cool downstairs where you have to stay quiet.
Yeah, that's the benefit. Like it is such a decision to go down those stairs. Like it's almost as good as paying for comedy. I think that those stairs are crucial to the experience that we have. Overall.
Yeah, no handicaps.
Fuck yeah. Oh my God.
Oh.
God damn, dude.
Just let those jokes fly.
You don't even know the problems we have with handicaps. You weren't there at Papa Joe's with the cripple.
Oh, yeah.
When was this?
That show in Riverside? Yeah.
3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
That guy sucked.
Yeah.
I'm doing that show. Oh, we're not plugging.
No, plug it. Shout out Papa Joe's, dude, because the owner was Lebanese. He was super sweet. I really enjoyed that spot, aside from that guy being just too drunk. People that are too drunk tend to ruin a lot of things.
In a wheelchair?
Yeah, he was in an electric wheelchair.
That
it was funny.
sounds illegal.
He left, and it was so
drinking
funny.
and driving.
His wife was just so upset because he was just heckling, and when he left, he zoomed off so fast his wife was running after him. It was crazy. And then he scootered away, and Chantel and I were leaving, and his son ran around the corner. He was like, "Have you seen a guy in a wheelchair?" And we were both like, "Yeah, he went that way." And
he's on the freeway.
Dude, the wife was chasing him in a car, and the son was on foot. It felt like a cartoon.
Oh
it was
God.
funny. It was funny, but that was a fun show too.
Were they
I can't
white?
complain.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
Hispanic.
The food was good too.
Yeah.
The pizza's good there. Wings were fire. So I had a good time.
I can't wait for that.
I can't work and eat and work and drink at the same time. It doesn't work. I don't have time to do more than set
Well,
up
you were
and
actually
host and
working.
stuff. But that's what I'm saying. Even like doing comedy, it's like I'd rather.
I eat after.
Yeah. I don't want to. Oh, I'm gonna go up? Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I leave grease on the mic. Like, who the fuck did this with their chicken wing fingers? It was me.
Then your stomach's full. You know?
Yeah. I don't want to like wring out the cord and just leave ranch on it. And
Yeah.
Just, so sorry. So, yeah.
I wanted to say though, like, because I had a good set yesterday, but I used the same set Friday, and it was a half bomb on Friday.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, damn.
It's how she goes.
Yep. It's ironic, isn't it?
It's
No, I think comedy is surfing. I'm sticking with that analogy.
Yeah.
You don't get to call what kind of waves you get, but you can bring your skills to the beach.
To see what you could do with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that analogy. That's a good one.
Yeah. It's like even if there's no waves, you're still gonna go out there and not surf. Nah, you'll see what you can get.
Yeah.
Why waste your time?
Are there any plans for you guys to do another one of those showcases at Back to the Grind?
I don't know. I don't really like to. I mean,
hopefully
it's-
not on a holiday
Yeah,
if
that
we
was a
do.
big mistake.
Yeah, it definitely was. But I don't know. It's counter to what we're trying to do. You know, it's just trying to create a space for people to work, and if that's the kind of push that people feel like who are being showcased give me for that room, no, I'm good. You know, because it's a partnership. I saw how much people didn't post it, you know, who didn't really care about it, who probably should have posted more. Like, when you accept the show, accept that, like, you are part of the promotion now, and it's part of your job, too. And when, like, who was it? I think it was C's. He was saying, oh, yeah, I posted on my story. And I was like, okay, that's bullshit, though. What if I went to your page now, and I wanted to go to that show that you're talking to me about, and it's not on your timeline, and it's not on your story, I've already lost interest. I'm not going to go. You've lost me.
What do you think about people? Because what do you want from people in their social media, George? Too many flyers,
Consistency.
not enough flyers.
Consistency. No. Look, we can go back to your conversation. That's
See,
fine.
it
I
stuck with
haven't
me.
forgotten about it. The problem when we were having that conversation with you is that it didn't have your comedic personality on it. It was your page.
Yeah.
It was your feed. So if you're doing something, if you're putting out content for someone, they should have a piece of it on your social media or have a separate social media for that if you want to keep it separate. And that makes it engaging. It just wasn't enough of that. That's all. Have all flyers if that's what you're doing, but then have another medium that like, I would like to see what you do. Have a podcast, make sketches. There's other things you can do that are outside of that. But there are a lot of people who I know that have 40, 50 busy weekends and they don't have time to shoot shit. But, I see their flyers. And even that's a good indicator of like credits and stuff. Like, oh, how busy are you? Oh, this person just did 4 sets in the last 3 days. Like, okay, this person's working. They're clearly adequate enough. But if you're just starting out, you don't have a podcast, you're not doing content. This is the general you, the royal you, not you. I'll use C's. He doesn't have a podcast. He doesn't have a show. He doesn't really push about when he's hosting or doing anything else outside of his comedy. Okay, fine. That's fine. But then when you want people to go to your show, it has to be accessible. It can't. I posted on my story. It's good for a day. Are you posting it every day?
I made the little stories now, like
the highlights.
Yeah. And I have upcoming shows and previous shows.
Take it. That's what I want from people.
Okay.
To answer your question, what do I want from people on their social media? To take advantage of it, not just post onto it like it's an obligation.
My
how much
PR
can I pay you to
Chantel
take
Rodriguez.
mine over?
I'll do it for $50 a week.
Damn,
That's too much.
that's a lot.
It's
Not too much. I
it's
can't
worth
afford
a
it.
lot.
That's not too much. I can't afford it. That's that's not. Those are different
What don't
things.
you like about social media? Like, what's the?
I don't like taking the time
to
to do it. I don't like the fakeness that's on there. I don't like coming up with a caption. I think I look stupid.
Yeah.
I hate every picture I'm in. You want me to keep going?
No, I get it.
All right.
That's how I feel about myself.
I don't want to
That's exactly how
take the
I feel about
time
myself.
to edit clips out of a podcast. It takes way too long for me
Yeah.
to do because I'm stupid.
Even if because when I reactivated my Instagram, I archived a lot of my photos, and even if I went and unarchived a lot of them, most of them were pictures of like fucking trees and creeks and
Right.
my hammock in various places.
This here's the creek we went to on Thursday. This one's the creek we went to on Friday.
Yeah. It's like I'll get a see something, I'll take a picture, I'm like, I'm gonna post this. By the time I get done with the caption, I'm like, I'm fucking stupid.
I hate myself. Yeah.
I'm not posting this at all.
I'm just doing this for attention at this point. I hate it. I hate the whole process.
But that's what I think that comes with the commitment of posting onto your social media is that I think, and this is I guess a personal philosophy, but if you go to someone's social media, you should be able to kind of gauge what their quote unquote mission statement in life is. You should be able to go to their page. Like if somebody is a comic and you go to their page and there's no flyers and it's just them and there's no way to tell that they're doing comedy, I think that's an incongruency. Like there should be some place where I go, it's like, oh, they're doing comedy. They're doing comedy. They're doing comedy. They're doing but when it's a mixed bag, then it is
I am a
problem.
comedian.
Yeah, that is the mission statement. So that when you're posting things, you feel less dumb because there is a reason that you're writing this copy. There is a reason why you're posting this flyer. There is a consistency to it that removes yourself from it and places focus on the thing that you're doing, so that there's no ego in it. It really.
You're thinking about the intention more so than the action itself.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's hard though, dude.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
run
hard
too.
not to be.
You're telling me,
Yeah.
like one that had to be built from zero.
Yeah. That's the buddy system.
Yeah. And even then, like it was very premeditated. Like I didn't just open the account and be like, "Hey, follow us." I opened it and posted on it for a timeline engagement for 3 weeks before I started being like, hey, follow this.
Yeah.
And then started tagging people and then started posting those collages with intent. I like to say I started that. No one else is doing that for their open mic. No. But it's
trendsetter.
Yeah, it creates a sense of FOMO, but then it also lets you know kind of like who's in your working scene. You don't have that. You can go to the IE, you can go to the Buddy System page and show up and be like, oh, I know these people. These are the comics of this scene.
Yeah.
But if you go to New York, you have to assume now that these are the people in the scene. Half of them probably assume that you also live there. And you're also a New York comic because there's no cohesion.
Yeah, they didn't know until I mentioned it.
Right.
Right.
But
So
Did you ever mention it on stage or just?
Yeah, I would have shot you.
Yeah.
The fuck up,
That you
California.
weren't from here. That you're from California.
Did it go downhill after that?
No.
Oh, that's good.
No,
Because he was already funny then. He had established
It's
himself.
nice that there is a a joining of the coasts now. There's not there's not as much animosity as there was
But
5 to 7 years ago.
Was there?
I-
animosity?
Oh yeah, there really was.
I did that mostly because I was in my own head because I was like, I don't know if they're gonna know what a cholo
Right.
is, so I need
These
to
fucking stupid East
Yeah,
Coast.
the references and stuff like
so,
that.
But I could have just I don't know, picked different words and not even mentioned it, but I did. What do you
Yeah.
want to do?
Hey, you tried it.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well.
Yeah, I mean it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
I mean, 'cause-
But there is a benefit to that too, because if anybody there wants to come out here, they can come hit you up. It's like
Yeah.
again,
and I'll
it's
tell them
networking.
no.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell them to hit up George.
I don't make any decisions. Hit that guy.
Well, it's because it's kind of funny because when people hear you're doing comedy, they assume you're doing comedy in places like L.A., New York, Austin, because no one thinks that there's like a scene in the IE.
Yeah.
You know, I tell people, oh, I got a show at a bar in Corona. A brewery in Corona?
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
a show at a brewery
Man,
in
that's such a
Corona?
great room.
I have a friend that thinks I exclusively do comedy clubs, and I'm like,
Aw.
dude,
If only.
I wish.
I know. It's like,
If
dude,
only,
that
that would be cool.
every once in a while.
Yeah. And those things, it's funny because it's like far and few between, but also it's like, what's the norm for most people starting out with anything?
Right.
Most rock stars don't go straight to freaking theaters. You know what I
Doing
mean?
garages,
The backyard
man.
Yeah,
shows
dude.
and shit.
They play the Wednesday at the House of Blues for 5 years and fall off.
Why has it got to be a fall off though?
Because that's statistically what happens. It is so much easier to just quit than to persist
Yeah.
and to be like.
Oh, dude, don't go too hard on quitting talk, because
Because
I'm right there.
Dude, you've been close for 5 years. Just go. Just stop
Have
talking
you
about it.
seriously
already.
considered quitting?
I consider it all the time.
Yeah.
Not like sure, fine. Just how great it would be if I didn't have to
How
spend
much more
extra
free time.
Yeah, how much
You would-
WoW I could play.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to drive down the hill to podcast for free.
Oh, dude, so much free time.
I only said yes because I
You-
live so close.
You have no idea how much I value my free time.
Mm.
I get it.
That's
I'm
why.
the same way.
That's why bad comics make me mad.
Yeah.
It's like if you're not trying, it's like, dude, like you're wasting my time.
Yeah. Well, some people think that is trying, getting a little buzzed and going on stage and be like, life's so crazy.
Fucking sluts,
Dude,
am I right?
I've been there.
I like cheating on my
I
girlfriend.
haven't been there, but I've been drunk on stage, just trying to have too much fun.
Yeah.
And it takes you have to mature as a comic too. I don't know, that sounds weird.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Yeah, but then I'm just like, whoa, what the hell am I getting blasted for? Where it's a Thursday and nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
some
Then
of
I gotta
these,
sleep in my car.
yeah, some of these comics, it's like, all right, you've been doing comedy like what 6 months now. It's like you should have beyond 5 minutes. Like you should be writing so much more, and you should
Yeah.
be trying so many more jokes. Like you should be trying everything you could possibly think of, like different
seeing what
styles, like you should be trying everything.
Try to sound
Throw
like
out
a
an accent out
Yeah.
there once in a while.
Shout out to
Couple of
James
acts
Jablonski.
out.
You know, he tried some shit at least,
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
and he's improving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
I'm gonna edit that out.
yeah, edit that. just bleep
Bleep
his
it out.
name. So yeah, I forgot what I was trying to say.
About people who are new, how they should have more than just
Oh yeah,
whatever they're
you
doing.
should
They
focus.
should actually be trying a
you
little
should
bit.
focus more on comedy and less on like networking and getting booked.
Mm-hmm.
Because like people are getting booked and like to headline like Sandy, and it's like nothing against Sandy. Like I like Sandy, but it's
Mhm.
like he shouldn't be headlining anything. Doing 25 minutes, that's insane. He should
Yeah.
have done 25 minutes worth of different jokes at this point,
Mm-hmm.
but he shouldn't have 25 minutes.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Can I ask why?
He hasn't been doing it long enough.
Okay.
Because
You-
I think the attrition rate for most comics,
You get like it's like
25
20
minutes doesn't meet that standard.
Yeah, you probably have to do like what, an hour and you had to come up with an hour and a half probably to get a good
2 years
25.
in, you should have cut 25 minutes from your
For sure,
set,
for
at
sure.
least, like that's what I'm saying. Like to
You should
keep
have
it sharp.
25 minutes of forgotten jokes.
Yeah, not like I've accumulated.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I can think of other comics who, not just Andy, who where they're doing 25 minutes and there is a joke in there that is inconsistent, isn't a high percentage hitter. They continue doing it, and I can tell them why it's not working, but they continue to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, like a good one that everyone kind of runs into is like using comedy jargon in your joke.
Oh, dude, I want to fucking
It
kill.
doesn't
I
work.
want to pull out a
It
sniper
It
rifle.
doesn't
and
work.
just-
But
Help me with that.
everybody does it.
What do you mean by comedy jargon?
Like
example.
Like let's say you, Melissa, as a Middle Eastern woman, want to talk about bombing on stage. It's like, I'm gonna bomb on stage. Normal people don't know what that means. They don't know what it is to bomb on stage. They don't know what it means to kill or murder. Like
they figure it out in context, but they don't know.
With context clues, but they do, instead of spending their brain cells laughing, they're like,
what do they mean?
Oh, yeah, I get it, sort of.
Yeah.
Which delays that response, which makes the laugh not as hard, you know? So that's a very, every comic does it.
Super common.
Yeah, every single one. But
Yeah.
I can also think of a handful, I watched someone's link who did send me 25 minutes and had a joke in there. A few that I was like, this room full of comics is the only reason they're laughing at that. That's not a joke that's going to hit with regular people.
What makes you think the differences between a joke that hits with regular people in comics?
It's like the jargon, the understanding, the context of what it is.
There's a subtext too.
Yeah. Of like, it's funny to comics when you talk about bombing because it's dark and it's about murder, but it's also like a relatable thing for comics because we've all bombed. We know what it's like and it sucks, and it's, subconsciously we're like, oh, that's cool. They're being vulnerable. They're admitting their flaws. But regular people don't operate on that, like, this person doesn't do well. They assume from the get-go that you're funny. That's the question that they're asking themselves, whether they realize it or not. They're like, this person's funny, I'm gonna watch them. So the longer you take to answer that question, and if you open with a comedy jargon joke, it's too long.
That's why I don't like talking about working on stage. I don't talk about having a job. Because I want them to think I'm a professional. Even if we're at an open mic, I want them to think this is what I do.
Really?
Yep.
You'll notice I'm not like that.
I'll never talk about it.
Fucking
now that
hate
I think
my
about
job.
it, you've never talked about your job. Like I'm siphoning through your sets in my head, and you're right.
And everybody assumes that I do.
Huh.
Yeah. Everybody's like, you definitely talk about all this shit, right? I'm like, no.
I hate
never,
when people
never.
fucking say that. Are you gonna use this in your? You could use this in your comedy. I want to be like, shut your fucking mouth.
Use this in your little sketch.
Thank you, but I mean, I'm good. Like, and it's always stuff where it's like, you laugh and it might have been something funny, like in the moment, like together, like, I like that was funny, and like, you're gonna use that, right? And it's like,
you could use that.
No, because I didn't come up with it. Why would I?
I feel envious of those people too, because I'm like, man, life is so simply amusing for you.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You think anybody's gonna be interested in what you're doing?
That's why I want to quit comedy, because I want to revert to that, and I think I can do it.
He wants to just be an NPC again.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
He will plug back in. He will sell us all out and plug back into the Matrix.
Yeah,
I will.
As long as you promise he forgets about it.
Yeah,
Damn,
but that's the
Cypher.
problem. I couldn't. You can't forget comedy.
Yeah.
You can't forget.
That's
killing.
the best drug. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
So like, I'm in it, and I even if I hate it.
This is the first year I've been asked to do consistently longer sets. Like for the last month, I've only done 15 minutes and up, which is very unusual.
How do you feel about that?
Okay.
It's fun. Huh?
It's fun. I feel like I got a little more wiggle room. I've been trying to like be more present in the moment, like pay attention to people's reactions
you can
more.
go slower, wait longer.
Yeah, I like that
Try
part.
all the tags you want, all of them,
best.
top to bottom.
Yeah.
You're like, let's see.
Yeah.
I got a new one back here. Why not?
That's what I did appreciate about Fridays. Like, even though I didn't do as like subjectively well as I did yesterday night on Friday night, even though I didn't like smash or do great or whatever, I still did new tags and those worked, and I was like, got some work done.
Yeah.
At the very least, I got a little bit of work done. So I was like, you know what? I'm okay. And I got free food, so.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
best,
that's
dude.
always
Do you,
great.
all right, so what do you think in terms of a material? Like, do you have a tight 25?
No. I have a tight 15, I think now, which I'm really proud of. That I could say that as of this weekend.
I don't even have that.
Dude, I thought you were set at what was the festival?
Yeah, it didn't happen. You're right, man.
If
Oh, yeah, I have a pretty
thought that was
solid.
fine.
I
To
have
have
solid
I
15.
agree. To have a good outdoor daytime set, you need to be skilled.
Yeah.
there's more things going on, there's more variable.
Oh, yeah, that shit sucked.
If the audience doesn't like gay stuff, I have a great 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to be better at gauging that.
Can I give you unsolicited note?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
man. Let me take my headphones off
I
for
don't-
this one.
Mustard on the beat, ho.
No, I don't think having witnessed your gay stuff perhaps fall flat in your opinion. I don't think it's that they don't like it. I think that sometimes in a set they're caught off guard by it, because you're not a dykey lesbian, you know.
Yeah.
You're just kind of a girl, or you're kind of a tomboyish girl, and so they don't make that initial assumption. I don't know if that's intentional, but I think when I've seen it happen, it wasn't because they didn't like it. It's because they're not sure if you're joking about it or not.
Oh, okay.
You know, where they're like, she's been making us laugh for 10 minutes. Is she serious? You know, like, you don't really establish that part of your personality. I think
Man, how do you do
intentionally.
that?
Yeah.
I feel
Outside
like
of
I
like,
do,
I
though.
eat her pussy.
Right. But then
I
when you
say that.
when you open that hard, it's also like, is she serious? Because, you know, again, they're assuming you're funny. They're joking around. We all did
that I'm
laugh.
being
Yeah,
silly.
right,
That,
Right.
fair.
So, like, I can't tell you how to sell that, but I that's the only thing I sound like, because I've never seen someone hear your gay stuff and like just, ugh, you know, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
I've always
Mad
seen
at
that. I've always
Ew,
seen more
the
of like
gays.
confusion of like,
Like, really?
interesting.
Well,
And-
I appreciate hearing
There's
that,
one of
because
them
when
amongst
I'm on
What kind of place is this?
they
all of
just
a
let him
sudden-
come.
Oh, what?
all of a sudden everybody has stones next to them, just getting stoned.
Just like, oh, no, guys are gonna try to fuck me now.
This is
Oh,
the wrong stone.
man, dude.
Wrong one.
Just, dude, have you guys seen handmaid's tale? Like they
No.
depict that
Yeah,
shit, and
they
it's
fuck 'em up.
crazy.
Yeah.
At one point you think, like, does it look like it could be fun? But no, it doesn't. It doesn't.
I bet stoning someone is a blast.
Well, it's like a serious game of bocce ball, you know?
Yeah,
Like you're
with
trying
the-
to get
with
as
the ball
close to
that
the target.
moves.
Yeah.
That tells me to stop.
I don't think they're allowed to move when you're getting punished, though.
No, they're not.
Well,
They gotta take it.
gonna.
I mean,
I was not up to my when my mom would beat the shit out of me. She would be like, "Don't block." It's like, I can't help it.
Yeah.
It's a survival
Human
mechanism. Like, what do you mean, don't block? Take my hands down. I don't know.
You're just like, sorry, I know kung fu.
I appreciate hearing stuff like that, because when you're on stage, I don't know if you guys deal with it, but like I'm not. It's hard
You're
to
not-
pay attention to here and there at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I do. It happens to me without me wanting it to.
What do you mean?
Like, I'll just be on stage, I'm like, just do the set, and then while I'm there, I'm like, what if you said this? You know, or I'll be like, I'm like, they really hated that. Like, don't fucking say that again.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm just
Yeah.
in my head too much. And
Well-
that's everywhere. Like when I'm on my forklift and everything. Just in my head too much. You know.
That's kind of funny. You're just hating yourself.
I
while
never.
you're-
I feel like I've had that note for you for a while, but you always leave, and I never get an opportunity to tell it to you. So I figure I'd tell it in front of everybody.
That's fine. Work's been so busy for me lately. It's been hard to find a balance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the best way I've been able to find it is being well rested.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been waking up at 3.
I mean, we're
Damn.
we're gonna start doing priority signups at Back to the Grind. So
It's what?
priority signups.
What's that mean?
Yeah, the 10 spots you come by. As long as you're there, you can't sign up for anybody else. It's gonna be $5, but you can go up. You're gonna be up in the first 10.
Does the Patreon count for that?
I guess we could make that. Yeah, I guess we could make that.
There you go.
We could make that, but then, you know,
I'm just asking for the people, y'all.
I mean,
I'm just asking for the peeps.
you still have to be there. You know,
Yeah.
like that's
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
would still have to be there before the show to claim that spot.
Do a
that's,
lot.
That's the rule of it. I guess
Are
you wouldn't have to pay, but you would still have to show up and.
Are a lot of people showing up after 7?
Yeah, I don't.
And I just
understand
don't
why.
notice.
Well, you're gone.
I leave as soon-
Leave.
I don't want to keep harping on it, but you're not there. You know, but yeah.
Well, my
yeah.
work is done.
No,
Yeah.
right. No,
he
I'm
does
not-
it too
Yeah.
when he can.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah. Doesn't even set up and still just leaves. Yeah. You're right. You're
I also
Well.
don't get paid.
right. You're right.
Princess. No, I
I also drive 3 times as long as
Yeah.
everybody else to get there. So
you do. I drive on the back end though. Work.
You have to pay for your gas.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Shut up.
You drive a hybrid though.
I was just going back
He's
and forth.
projecting.
No, I'm just curious. That does help, right?
Well, your
Like,
car's black,
does.
dude.
if it wasn't for the hybrid, I probably wouldn't still be doing this.
I'm just trying to look for reassurance. Like, it's okay that I leave afterwards. Like,
It is.
I
It
don't
is.
drink.
Your work is done.
I
Yes,
don't drink.
it's
I don't
just
really
also
hang.
okay that we fuck with you for
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Jesus
it is.
Christ, will you get over it? Oh my God, you take it so personally when we make fun of you.
I don't
I
like it.
don't.
I
Yes,
don't
you
like when
do.
you leave. I don't like when you leave.
Why?
Because I want to hang.
That's
But we
true.
don't.
Yeah, because you fucking
Carlos is
leave.
such a sweetie.
Because you leave.
He's not wrong though. He's
You
not
know?
wrong.
Oh, we never hang out. Whose fault is that, Melissa? And then Mike leaves, and I'm like, oh, who am I gonna hang out with now? Nobody. Okay,
Fucking
it's
George,
fine.
gross. No,
No,
I'm gonna go.
I'm leaving too.
George is down there scouting
Well, you
talent.
guys are working, you know what I mean? And that's the crazy part is like a lot of people don't realize what effort you three put into making
Oh,
it happen.
I don't
No,
put
it's
in
like
any
2 at a
effort.
time.
You two
Yeah.
put into making it happen.
No,
You
I'm-
show up early to
no,
help George? No.
I do.
Yeah.
But like what I'm saying is like, it's 2 people who do work the whole night.
Yeah.
Because like if I don't host or run sound, I'll just help set up and tear down probably.
Yeah.
You know, and then like, but in between I don't have to do shit. But,
You get to hang out a
you
little
know,
bit.
And sometimes you dip out when you're not.
Sometimes
When you're
I
not
dip
helping.
out. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it feels good to do that.
Oh yeah.
It just feels good to rest a little bit.
For sure.
Yeah.
God
But
forbid.
in terms of like making that time productive for myself, if you do stay for a whole mic and you see enough, that you also garner a lot of information about what not to do,
Yeah.
what people are doing. You know, you get the information chunk, like, and so that's kind of how I learn. That's kind of a Jim Crow substitute of going
What?
up on stage. It's 3/5 as much information
What is this,
that I need
Sons
without
of
going
Anarchy
on
now?
stage. You know, like it is helpful for my
That was a funny reference.
my subconscious computer to get that information
I
and to
get that.
see like the common habits of even seasoned comics. You know, there's a comic that's been coming to Back to the Grind pretty regularly and is very Mark Norman with their delivery, and every time something falls flat, it's like, wow, we're having a good time, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, do you know you're doing that? You know, like, because I know you're doing that, and I
Yeah.
noticed that pretty quick. You're not, you know, not as many people are videoing themselves and watching it, and I think that's a problem too.
I feel like that helped me out a lot in the beginning because Chantel, originally she would record my sets because I wanted to know how I was body language up there.
Right.
And my body language fucking sucked.
Yeah.
I was holding the mic like,
But you can get away with
Like
it for
this,
like
like-
6 years. Ask Carlos.
Wait, what? Yeah, dude.
He
Yeah,
slouches,
dude.
I
he
slouches
slouches
like a
into the
motherfucker, dude.
mic.
I
You just
can't.
talk into it.
And I'm
Just,
holding it. Like I can hold it right here and not slouch, but I'm just so used to
Sometimes-
I just slouch everywhere.
Sometimes we have to peel it off him.
on my
That's how he sits on his fork.
I was just about to say that, dude. I do, man. I'm like, but that's how I get speed because I'm like a little more aerodynamic.
There's no wind resistance. There's a smaller mass.
it's hard though because I mean a lot of the habit I'm trying to break is the double fisting the microphone.
I'm breaking
Like, I find myself doing this a lot, like I'm praying.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Shane Gillis does it.
Yeah.
It's a
I hold it like that a lot.
I feel like I feel better when my body language is kind of portraying what I'm saying. So
For
like it's
sure,
okay if
for
I go
sure.
there sometimes,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
to
yeah,
be there
yes.
for 12 minutes, I'm like, what are you
Right.
doing?
For sure.
I
Unless
get off
that's like
stage
part
and
of
this
the
is
thing.
just how I'm talking.
For sure.
My muscles
Yeah,
are stuck.
right. Unless that's like part of your thing,
Yeah.
then like it's not necessary.
I mean, I've seen a comic go up on at the Improv, and they are a high energy comic, but didn't even realize that they didn't walk at all. They picked a spot and stood there
Yeah.
and just animated up here, and that was very weird to watch. To just, I don't know, balloon man your jokes. You know?
Yeah.
Just like big sale here, big sale here.
Yeah.
They're just used to doing tiny stages, like open mics and
I
shit.
think it was nerves, honestly. I think they just got stiff and it was like, okay, I'm gonna tell my jokes now. That you did, but did
Yeah.
you perform your jokes?
Right.
That's
Use the space and
right.
engage the
you
crowd.
gotta perform
Yeah.
now.
I mean, this
Man.
is
I
theater,
do
you know.
everything.
I typically stand in one spot.
But that fits. It also fits for him.
But also, when I do move, and when I
For
do,
sure, yeah.
it's
It means something.
It means something.
Same.
yeah.
I'm not a very big mover. I'm not like pacing the stage. Because then I feel like I start being crazy. Because I'll start pacing if I'm on the phone.
Dude, if I start pacing,
You
dude,
better run outside.
you better watch out.
Yeah.
I'm doing high knees on stage.
I can't even be funny if I'm pacing, dude. I'm just all business.
You just by nature start holding your hand to your ear. What?
Yeah, right. I just flip the mic around so it's still by my mouth. Do you guys pace on the phone?
I try not to talk on the phone.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
hate
like
talking
it.
on the
I don't
phone.
like it.
Send
Gives
a
me
text.
anxiety.
I
Yeah.
prefer call over text.
Wow.
Really?
I think that depends on
I'm
the
old
conversation.
school.
If we have to talk some
Unnecessary.
shit, like if we need information needs to be conveyed, then yeah, I'm the same. It's like call me, we'll sit down for 10 minutes, we'll get this hashed out.
Yeah.
But if it is just kind of a general inquiry and text me, I'll get back to you kind of thing. That's why my red receipts are on. I want you to know I saw it. Mulling it over mostly, or I'm being slammed at work right now. I don't have it right now. Give me a second.
You just want people to know you're ignoring them.
It's that too sometimes. That's never been my intention though. It's never been like, oh, I left you on red. It's always like, I got a lot. Like I'll get to it. I'll try to, but then there's like 7 get to it, and then I forget. But I'll get like 4, and it's like, I try, and then they roll. I'm trying to be better about it. Stop attacking me, y'all. Fucking, god damn it.
Have you guys ever banned anybody from your mics? No.
Man, wish we could. just on the sole purpose.
What would be your rule? Like the one rule? Like if you do this,
piss me off,
then no one's signing up. I'm sure.
No, not everybody pisses me off. I don't know why everybody thinks that. I think
I have 2 angry partners on this podcast.
I don't think everybody. Trust me, like I would leave more often.
Yeah.
Or but yeah, nobody pisses me off.
I mean, the closest I think you would have to be very disrespectful and counterproductive to the mic as a whole.
Yeah.
Like if what you do, say, or whatever affects us still doing that spot.
Oh, dude.
Then yeah.
I got pretty crazy on somebody like 2 weeks ago.
Add back to the grind?
Yeah. I had to tell Chantel, I was like, if I'm getting was that too much? And she was like, no, like, you were fine. But he pulls out a fucking mini bottle of Jack Daniels and he's drinking it on the patio. And I'm like, why? Go outside.
Yeah.
Walk 10 steps the other way if
Go
you're
out
not
the
much
door.
of a fucking degenerate that you need to drink a plastic little bottle of Jack Daniels. Don't fucking ruin this for all of us.
Yeah.
Just because you're a selfish guy that thinks this is cool.
That's fair. That's 100% fair.
Oh, I got upset because, again, it's like that's a very selfish thing to do in a public place that's going to affect a lot of people that care about something.
That's effectively we had issues at the Hideaway, basically, not because of that, but it was like, I mean, comics doing coke in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like
comics who none of us really associated with officially anyway. I was like, why is this our problem?
Why do they think that's the shtick though? Like,
Because
I'm doing comedy, I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna smoke cigarettes, and this is like part of what I do, but then I'm gonna go on stage and not say anything.
That
meaningful.
was comedy in the 80s, and I think that image stuck. That kind of not washed up, but that rock star
Sleazy.
lifestyle. Yeah, we're gross. We're in bars. Like I'm gonna say whatever I want.
No, we do hot saunas. We do cold plunges.
Right?
There's a
you're right.
There's a new wave of comics where
you
people
do.
I don't do any of this. I don't do sauna.
I'm in the in between.
Yeah.
I do prioritize my health.
But I will say I do come from that attitude of like, oh, I want to get some drinks in me. And, and have a good time. Yeah. And you do that enough where you're just like, damn, that shit has never worked. Like, what the fuck am I, know?
I feel you're the one who said you got sharper when you weren't drinking.
I always
right?
get sharper when I don't drink. So it's like now, like at mics or whatever, like I won't really drink too much before I go up or at all.
Yeah.
And back to the grind, I probably won't drink, and I'll drink a matcha.
Yeah,
instead.
their drink
so
options
good.
are great.
So like I'll drink one of those, get a water, and then after my set, it'll be like a celebration, or it will be you needed this.
Yeah.
It's the same beer, but the reasons are different.
Yeah. So it's like, it's more of a reward now. It's more, you did the thing, now you could do something off to the side that you enjoy.
You've separated the actions
instead of kind of like messing with the thing you're trying to do, because this other fun thing is getting in the way. And there's a lot of comics right now that not even a lot. I think a lot of comics that are coming out right now have kind of gotten past that as well. So but there's some like the newer ones where they just want to get hammered because they think we're all hanging out. Yeah. And here's the thing, we're not all hanging out.
No.
Like we're there to do the thing, and then like if we want to
this is mythical when she shows up. Like, oh damn, she's here.
and then when we hang,
they're not gonna say nothing.
When we hang, it's a whole different thing, but that could only happen for so long. Yeah. Because it's like, dude, I want to go home. I wake up early the next day. Yeah. So it's like, dude, just let me, just come and do the thing. You don't. It doesn't have to be a party. We don't have to always go, hard as a motherfucker on the alcohol and shit like that. Just focus on the thing, get better at it, and that's gonna benefit you better, because it's gonna benefit you better. It's gonna be better drinking. It's gonna be better for you.
Water.
I'm not even drinking here. So it's like I don't know.
More beneficial.
No, I agree.
It's going to be more beneficial because, like, you're going to get good at it, and then you're going to feel better because you're doing good,
I agree.
You're like, oh, shit, I'm actually killing on stage or I'm doing good on stage or whatever. Besides, instead of thinking, because I think when you're impaired, you think every set was fun.
Yeah.
So you think everything was fun. So you think you're doing good and you're killing it, and we're just not noticing, and it's our fucking fault that we're not being taking you seriously and shit like that, because they're having fun on stage.
Yeah.
You know, but if nobody else is drinking and doesn't match your wavelength, dude, you're not. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. But if you start doing good, you're like, oh shit, like I'm actually doing good, and you know I'm getting better. So now people are noticing, and it works better for you.
There's definitely an irony when people get drunk and then bomb, and then they're like, "Oh man, I bombed." I'm like, dude, don't you
Did you
see how you're
expect something
talking right
else?
now? Yeah, you're slurring, dude. What did you think was gonna
But I've
happen?
done it. But I've done it. I could at least be, you know, truthful and be like, yeah, dude, I did it too. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite and be like, this is what you should do forever. Go through it. You know what?
Go through it.
Do that. Do whatever the fuck you want, dude. What do I know? What does anybody know?
Yeah,
The other day I saw someone who has less than 2 years giving another comic advice. I was like, why? What the fuck? Who do you think you are?
What was the advice? What was the advice?
What was the advice?
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna guess after we plug, because Melissa has to get out of here. But I'm gonna guess who it was.
Yeah.
But what was the advice?
I don't remember.
Oh, see, shitty advice.
Yeah. So it was just something about like you have to write more, you know, to do
That's
like
good advice.
you know, to do rooms where it wasn't bad advice, but it's like, dude, do you follow that shit?
Do you do that? Yeah.
You know, I remember when I was, you know, starting off, I used to try to ask Sergio Mendes, see if he fucking remembers. But like, we would start talking, and then I would start giving advice, and I'm like, and then afterwards, right away, I'd be like, but I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm still figuring it out too. I shouldn't be talking.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't do that. I'm like, hey, come here.
Yeah. Yeah, because you have the time. You have
Come
the
here.
you have
I
the
talk to
time.
you.
You have the experience.
Who do you think
know?
it was? Who do you think it was?
I'll say it after we get off this podcast, because you're running late. So if you guys want to get your dates, you ready to tell the people where you're gonna be? Where you gonna? Do you know what's happening? Do you have a show, Miss Melissa?
When does this come out?
It's probably next
Sunday.
What's today?
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, so probably Sunday.
Sunday.
Find me in Murrieta, Friday, August 30th. I'll be working with Frank Martinez for his crowdwork special, Sharing is Caring, 9 p.m. show. Take a link in my bio.
Nice.
Cool.
Where's your bio?
I should do that on my podcast.
Yeah.
Plug my show.
What's your?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Find me at Melissa B. Nehme, Instagram.
Nice.
Is that my Instagram or is it Melissa Nehme? I think it's just Melissa
Nehme.
Nehme.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my email, Melissa B. Nehme. But yeah, Melissa Nehme.
Fuck.
Nobody's booking me. I hate everybody.
Basically. August 10th, I will be hosting at Strum because George can't make it. That's the only time I get bookings. And then every Tuesday at Brooks, every Thursday at Back to the Grind, I'll be there. Yeah.
Super dope.
Yeah.
Los.
You can follow me on Instagram at Los Patino Comedy. I will be at Strum along with William Henderson.
Does someone drop out for you too?
I don't know.
No, he's there.
I'm running sound. Yeah. So I'll be on that show. This is actually a pretty badass lineup.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of sick.
Yeah.
And then August 16th, I will be at Papa Joe's
Nice.
in Harupa Valley for times and regulations. Yeah. No, only my friends book me, dude. So be my friend and book me too. You know. And that's it.
Dope. You can catch me at the George F on Instagram. Follow everything we're doing at the Buddy System Co. But if you're looking for my dates, July 26th, Friday, we're doing stand up at the Improv Redlands. You know, come see it. Then I'm at Papa Joe's with Carlos Patino, George Guzman, Juan Cia, Sandy. That's gonna be on August 16th, and then I'm down in Menifee at Lady M Bistro. I'm featuring that night, so come by, come hang out with us. That's I don't know what the date is on this flyer. I'm trying to August 6th. So come check me out in Menifee. And then September 9th, I'm gonna be at the Cheech Museum. So come hang out. Come hang out with us. Come say hello. Come take pictures.
That's cool.
Yeah. I got shit happening, y'all.
What happened to No More Lights
I
Nights?
I got the correct.
Yeah, dude,
I'm not
you're
telling them. I'm
stealing.
open with that, dude.
You're stealing Latin jobs, dude.
But if you're curious about my dates, follow me at the George F. Follow us at patreon.com/thebuddysystemco. And I guess we heard it here, folks. The priority signups do count if you're a Patreon sign up. You do still physically have to show up to claim your spot. You cannot do it ahead of time.
And you better be happy with that, because that's the only benefit you'll get on Patreon. We don't do shit on there.
There's the occasional audio drop and stuff.
Is there?
Yeah.
Really?
I try to keep some stuff on there once in a while when I remember.
Just like supporting you guys.
I should tell our quality assurance officer.
I got a lot going on. All right, so we're pushing stuff. Follow us at the Buddy System Co. Patreon.com/thebuddysystemco. Any closing thoughts for the children?
I gotta pee.
You gotta pee? That's your
Didn't
thought?
you just go pee?
No, I spit out my robe.
Oh.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for doing this.
Bye,
Melissa.
Melissa.
Thanks for being here.
I'll continue to leave right after my sets.
She says, "Fuck y'all, we out." All right, thank you guys for listening. Love you. Bye.
Are you really gonna make me literally rap? Okay. We got
Carlos,
George, Will sitting around smoking all the weed, acting like clowns. We got all the alcohol and all the blunts, and then we'll go sit around chit chat like some fucking cunts. Either way, what can I say? It's the middle of the day and we're just a little slossing, we're just a little high, but either way, we are the three buddy system guys.